Here we go. All right. So you guys will see that acceptance on your screen, I think, too, as far as being recorded. And we're all glad to be recorded because we're all happy we're here. So thank you all for being here. And you can mute yourself, or if you're going to be really quiet, doesn't matter. But we want to keep us to 30 minutes like we always try to do. Last week was a little bit of an exception because of the video we played was so powerful and so good. And we are just excited about so many things. In fact, let's start with that. Let's talk about that.
Yes, we want to shout out Heather had an amazing week last week.
Yes,
so we're clapping for you, Heather. Heather had 4 new people come into her business, and at least one of them is going to be interested in the business, right, Heather? And then the other 3 customers, right?
Maybe 2. Yeah.
And if you want to unmute, Heather, we were just going to have you kind of share, just because I think it's so important for us to realize that when we build a business, it's not just going to be up, up, up all the time. You're going to have times where you're going to have some people, and then there might be a lull in your business where you're kind of like nothing's happening. But so I want Heather to share a little bit about that and what you did, because you said you kind of readjusted and you recalibrated what you were doing, and then here you had 4 new ones that came in just really fast.
Yeah. Well, for a little while there, I felt like I was going through a stuck period where, and I know all of us in our businesses, in our life, have times that happens, and everyone encourages you, but you're just like, oh, this is like so frustrating because you feel like you're doing the work and nothing's happening. And then I actually had 2 really bizarro returns during this period too, which are very, very rare. So it was almost like I felt like I was being beaten down.
Yeah.
But something recently, and it was probably from one of the 2 of you or one of the Zooms I watched on leadership or something, but I remember somebody talking about how much are you doing daily, or how much are you doing every week? What are your goals? Like, who are you talking to and stuff? And it kind of was like, oh my goodness, you know what? When I was in a big phase where I was growing, every single day in my planner, I was writing down every single person that I touched, whether if I touched them by email, by text, by messenger, by phone call, reaching out to new people that I hadn't reached out to, or responding to Facebook posts. Back in that time, I was doing, anywhere from 5 to 10 a day. And I realized I haven't been doing that anymore. I haven't been writing things down and being accountable for what I'm doing every day. So exactly a week ago today, I started doing that, and I've done it 5 to 10 every day, touches. And it's like, I thought that accountability really helps you. And then I also asked the Lord to bless my business and put favor on my business. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I just feel like with my efforts, and He's just pouring out. I mean, the lead that I just got from that last one is from somebody down in Mexico that, met this person because her husband sold them some property down there. So, wow. It's just crazy good. And, I guess it's just kind of cool. And then the other thing that I came up with is I asked the Lord one time how to respond to a particular person because they're very afraid of sales. And they're like, well, you know how to sell. And yes, I do. But He gave me this response, and He said, well, unlike Costco and Sam's, you can actually get a referral fee from sharing your experience. And instead of telling them they need to build a business, if you couch it in the framework of you could get a referral fee for helping, share, it's like it's a whole new attitude with them. Oh, well, that's easy. I can do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's very good.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's awesome, Heather. I'm so glad you shared that, because I think sometimes when we do kind of stop doing the actions that really got us going, right? You were doing those actions as the business was starting, and then you just kind of are like, what happened? And then you kind of went back to those actions. And Ron and I have to do that ourselves because we can get locked into, even when we do our Zooms and getting ready for our Zooms, we still have to do the building of the business. We are never going to ask you guys on here to do things that we don't do. And so to Heather's point, and I needed to send you this link, Heather. I forgot. I love like these little things. I get them from Amazon, an activity log. You could just use a notebook. But like Heather said, every time you've shared anything about your business, to put it in here. And what I like about this is it kind of tells you these columns, like, you can, put whether they said not now or completely not interested. We even put like, if they said yes, no, or ghost, we put ghost in there.
Okay.
Because ghost is like that. And I will sometimes say, hey, I sent you a message. I'm not sure you got it because in reality, Facebook does hide the messages. And sometimes it looks like they saw it, but they really didn't have time to read it or absorb it. So always take the angle in your mind that they really didn't see it or didn't have time to respond and just say, hey, I'm not sure you saw my message. I don't want to bother you. So if you want to stay on the list for sales and things like that, that's great. If not, I don't want to bother you. I'm happy to take you off the list. So, just kind of ghosts you still can follow up with just to get something out of them if they've had interest. So I love that as a tool. And then I think I'm going to put this PDF in the group because we've got a lot of new builders. We've got a lot of people that are just kind of launching their business. And this little sheet is income producing activities log. And there's a part-time and there's a full-time. So like part-time is just making one new connection. That might be reaching out to someone and saying, I love your page. We have a lot of things in common. Nice to meet you. That's a connection. Doesn't mean you're going to talk about Isagenix. None of that. That's just a new connection. And then the next one is a follow-up. So someone that expressed interest. And then an act of service can be a birthday message. It kind of goes along with the new connection. Send someone a compliment, lift their day up, give them something positive in their life. And then one social media post a day. I mean, I look at this part-time and I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't always get everything done just on the part-time list. So the full-time is just basically kind of like doing 2 or 3 times that. One social media post a day. So it doesn't have to be about your business. It could be about anything. And then one minimum area of personal development. And so, we're going to probably be making recommendations, or if any of you have recommendations, we can put this in the group. We don't even need to talk about it now. If there's a book you're reading, if there's something that's helped you with your marketing, like Angelique, I know you're always in content. I've got to get that gold digger training done. I paid so that I could get it long-term. Anyway, that's about what I'm going to take a little course about how to have your group and how to monetize it. So that would be like our Better Than Botox group, or if you start a group, how to monetize your group. And that would fall into your self-help. And then gratitude, just something to write down that you're grateful for. And then intention statement. So, and then it has a little goal section. So I will post that. So if you guys want kind of a journal or direction of how to build your business, we'll post the little PDF in there. So those are just tools to keep yourself, like Heather said, accountable. And then you can look back on every day and be like, okay, what did I do today to move the needle on my business? So Heather, thank you for that share. And thanks. I know you were in Ron and I's prayers as well, because I knew you were doing the work and I knew you were committed, but we just have those lulls, and we all have them in our business where, not a lot is happening. So we wanted to definitely shout you out for that. And you're one away. Well, 2, because you put 1 under John. But just so you guys know, when you get 5 new people in your business, you get $150 of free products. Like that is, wow. Heather's already earned, you've earned the $50 one, Heather, with the 3. Yeah, with the 2. So if you get 2 enrollments, it's $50 of free products, 5, it goes to $150.
That's in a
So, yep, and that's
Mhm.
in a month. So that's a little bit just really about basic, business building. And then Ron, we're gonna tell you all the new things happening in March in Isogenics. So
We are.
are you guys getting the Leaders in the Loop email? Heather, do you get that? And Angelique, do you guys know if no, you don't. Okay. So we need to probably have you guys enroll with Carol's keeping you in the loop,
We can
because
do
that's
that.
like a
That would be
follow-up.
Follow-up.
But this is kind of what they share in that kind of weekly and what's coming up. So we wanted to have you guys all in the know for what the new product is going to be in March and just what new things and packages they're designing for this month. So
this is a website that is within Isogenics.
have you guys been on Isogenics Business before?
Business.com. All right, so write that down or have a way of knowing it's
And we could put that in there too.
Isogenicsbusiness.com. We'll put it in the group as well.
You will have to sign in, and it's your same username and password that you
It's
get
exactly
into
the
your
same.
back office.
And once you're signed in, and you're signed in for a while, so I can't show you the sign-in screen, but it just simply on the left side says associate username and password. So it's exactly the same as signing into the back office. And once you do it, right now, the home page is what you're seeing in front of you, which is what's new this month. Now, this is getting to the very end of February, so this is for February. But they do put the next month's up very early. You just have to find it. And so you go up here to resources and go down to toolkits. So resources and then toolkits. It won't show until March 1st, but it should show March 1st right away. But if you search the next month, March, it will come up with some of the new things. So you just go right to one of them. And here's what's new for March. So you have an overview, which the overview just starts out with something that they're talking about. How do you improve your, in this set, in this particular one, a mindset over momentum, which is what they're doing, is focusing on the brain elixir this month. Then you can click here for the products, programs, or promotions, or up here, either one, it works. Products, and we'll go through it real quickly. What's new this month, and you can see right there is a new look to the sleep support.
Anybody use the sleep spray? It's
I
really
do.
good.
And that now has a look that
Looks like our elixirs.
the elixirs. So the product in the spotlight this month is the sleep support, and it's only $20. So it's a very affordable product for anyone. And it really does work quite well. It has so many good things within it that from melatonin and chamomile and a lot of things that are in it that are so
We
good for
do
you.
have a customer, and like I would never reveal anybody's identity, but we have a customer that had to be on a lot of, what was it? She had to take a lot of at night. It was like anti-anxiety
Oh, yeah.
medicine. I can't remember what it was. But between this sleep support and the adaptogen elixir, she's like almost completely off of all of it. Like she said, she could not even survive without this renewal sleep support. So we get very, very loyal customers to just that product alone. And it's a good little entry product if somebody doesn't want to make a huge investment. So
Exactly. Then the next focus will be on the brain elixir, the nootropic elixir. And this one, we can tell a difference when we take it, and we can tell a difference when we don't. And you guys can probably tell a difference when we don't. It is really, really good. And it's a focus this month. And we'll get to the promotions in a moment. Of course, they're still talking about the adaptogen elixir for stress, which is wonderful. And it really helps with sleep as well.
And with that adaptogen again, I have another customer that today, she would really only take the collagen. She's like, I'm just taking the collagen. I don't want to get involved in anything else. But she got this free, and it was the last month's promotion. She's not tried it this whole month because she's been scared of what it would do. And she has suffered through a trauma. She lost her son. And so it's always this time of year. And I told her, I said, just open it right now and take it. So she did it. Sometimes you have to be that direct with people. Like they just let stuff sit. I said, we're going to open this right now and you're going to drink a bottle of it, because I knew a lot of her health and migraines and everything that's going on in her life is dealing with stress. And so the collagen isn't going to really help with that piece, even though she loves the collagen. And she sent me a message, you guys, 2 hours later, and she said, I was able to get out of bed and wash my car. So like, she just was like if you can just get this in people's bodies, it helps them so much if they're dealing with depression, stress, anxiety, any of those things. And when we do share to be compliant, we want to use those words like stress and racing thoughts more than we do like anxiety or depression, because those are clinical terms and we don't want to be making claims. So I can say it on the call here, but like if we were going to advertise, you'd want to just, if you're going to put something in print, you want it to be stress and, things like that, restless nights, not able to settle in for the night, things like that. So
we have so many things for so many people. And I saw it in one of our company emails today, we have over 175 products. It's unbelievable. But there's something for everyone, and people build different ways than they're sharing. And some people are building just sharing the adaptogen elixir. So any way that feels comfortable to you is what you do. Of course, the NAD is amazing. It is something that works on the cellular level to detox your cells, which is just absolutely amazing. You got something.
Well, and I know Angelica shared that before, with coupling that with the collagen, you're going to get a better result. And, if our cells are full of toxins, it can't take in more nutrition. So it's so important for those cells to be able to clean out the old in order to take in new good nutrients.
And when you are detoxing, there can be some like skin rashes or different little things that happen for a very short time. It's actually normal when you're detoxing because we all have so many toxins in us. But part of what we're showing you this for is that this is all at your fingertips for each one of you. You can go through all this. There's something called the Bedtime Belly Buster for weight loss.
I don't know if this has been around forever and we've not talked about it recently, but it's a way that people just drink the green concoction, which is, there's a study that shows if you consume protein, like before you go to bed, it helps you burn and it will help like target the belly area. It's very fascinating, but really all they have to do is they drink that green drink, which is going to be some of their Isopro. It's the Isopro, which is higher protein, and fruits or greens, and then the sleep spray. So it's 3 products. It's not as, overbearing as like a bigger package, but people swear by this belly buster. So
the whole package is $100. So it is, again, more affordable things people can start with. The Sleep Smarter bundle.
They put the
nootropic that you take in the morning for your brain to come to life, and then the sleep support at night. And again, that one's $150, but still very affordable. Now as far as it's doing the business, the BB is underneath 100, so you'd want to add a little something to it.
And you're seeing our 3-tiered pricing. We want to reiterate that starting March 1st, we are having a price, however we want to blanket it, with inflation and everything, it's about 7% if you look at the price of the products. And so, but you get the 3-tiered pricing now. So if you're on subscription, you're going to get the best price,
which will be less than 7%.
And then preferred customer is another price. And then if you're just a guest is the highest price. So there is 3-tier pricing. And so there's definitely a big benefit to being on the subscription.
That's right.
One thing I'd like to add, Ron and Allie, is they're also making it more affordable for Canadians as well. They don't factor in the exchange rate. They actually make it more affordable for the Canadians to buy the product.
Thank you for sharing that.
That's really good. Yes.
Yes, that's a really good thing to know. Isagenix is doing very well in Canada right now. It's like really blossoming there.
It is. Yeah. So now I switched to promotions, And the promotion tab has the free gift with purchase, which this month is going to be a box, and starting in March, I say this month,
March 1st.
will be the Noatropic Elixir. A box of 10 will be free for any new customer signing up with $175
And they get free
order
shipping.
and free
Yep.
shipping. And then associate promos, as we know, and this is continuing on and on and on. And right here, it just says to the end of March, but it's gonna go beyond that and continue on. 20% that they pay you right away on the dollar amount for any new person who comes in.
And for places like, I know like Angelique and even Heather, talk to a lot of salons and spas, this 20% is a game changer because they don't have to be sitting there thinking about like putting one on the right, one on the left, or any of that. They can just think about they're going to get 20% off the price. So if they sell $200, they're going to get $40. If they sell $100, they're going to get $20. There's no doubling of the PIB. So this is really powerful for people. And it's very simple. If they're just looking to, retail a little bit of product and they're not having to put $5,000 or $6,000 of product on their shelf or whatever it costs to set in the product, they can just open an account with Isagenix, place an order for themselves, and that makes them, they become an associate, and then they can earn that 20%. So it's been a real game changer for brick and mortar businesses.
And for everyone. It
Yes.
doesn't matter really for all of us.
It has, you're right. So
Now, as we go to this next one thing I want to talk about, the Crystal Reset. Now, that means that all the bonuses that start when your clock starts ticking when you become an associate, those have all been reset with new dates where everyone can earn these bonuses again, depending on where you've already rank advanced.
yes.
But the key about knowing this is it's very easy, especially as someone just coming into the business, to do what we call getting ready to get ready. It's just, we're prepping this, we're doing that. Maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll try that. I'm going to do this. But Isagenix rewards you for talking to people and getting people to sign up fast, because there is a lot of bonus money on the table, but it's a time-based bonus. So this has all been reset. All right. And so we can go over with each one of you what you are eligible to receive, as well as the dates, the timeline
Right.
on it.
Right now, it's going to be going for director. So the manager deadline is tomorrow, but
Actually, it's
director,
tonight at midnight,
well,
so
tear
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Director is what is still available to everyone.
Yes.
And that means, what is director? That means you're going to have 6 people that have 2 under them. And I can grab this little, this is another little tool, and I can
That's
link
really cool.
these little, I got these, I have a friend that actually, this is part of her Amazon store. These are like little, these are magnets, these little squares. And when she showed this product, I'm like, this is perfect for our comp plan. So basically you can just you could put them on your fridge even. And so you want to fill, you've got one up here. So that's the person, and they're 2 people. And when you do that 6 times, that's director. It doesn't matter if they're on the right or the left for director, they could be all on one side. So it doesn't matter as far as if they're left or right. It is good to build your business as evenly as possible. So we're definitely happy to help sit down and come up with a plan of how to hit that money. And what do you get for that? You would get $750 plus $100 for each consultant. So if you were to build 6 consultants, that's $600 plus the $750. So it's $1,350. So Heather's that manager. So she already has 2 consultants. So she just needs to build 4 more. So that would be $400 for her plus $750. Like Angelique, you have a consultant, really you have 2 more that could possibly be consultants very quickly, Treese and your new gal, Dana. So then you would only need 3 more, and then you would hit that director money. So it's very doable for everyone, whether you've started or not. We've got 2 months to get that. It's April 27th, I believe, right?
I
April.
can click on this and see what it opens real quick, and
It's some nice cash.
I've got all that different ones
So
in there, but yeah.
it is.
There it is, April.
April 24th is the date. I know I had sent that to you, Heather. So we have 2 months to accomplish that as far as getting those 6 that have 2 under them.
That's
So,
right. And
but
then
I'm,
programs. You got a challenge, you got some things going on in that.
oh, that's the
Here's-
3-tiered pricing.
Yeah,
If
we
you want to
want-
go
if
over
you
that with
wanna-
everyone
If you want to take a look at that, when we can post this also in the group.
in our group.
We want you to start really on that note, because we're getting close to running out of time as well, but we want you to really tune in to the group, because we're going to be putting so much good information like this up there.
And Isogenics, in their Isogenics business, they have all the toolkits. And I'm going to start systematically. So since the Brain Elixir is first, I'm going to grab all those photos. I call them info cards, information, and I'm going to put them in one post. So then all you guys have to do is go to the Brain Elixir post, and then
You save the
copy
pictures.
save the photos to your phone and put them in an album, or if you're using an organizing app. And then that way, when you want to talk to someone and maybe they want to start on collagen and they're like, well, I'm getting this Brain Elixir, what is it about? You've got all that information handy. And so, but yeah, the guests, there's going to be no discount. They're going to pay standard shipping. So if you're preferred customer, you're going to get 15% off the guest pricing, and you're going to get free shipping on your
Initial order.
initial. I guess you have to pay standard shipping on your initial order. So it's only subscription that you get 25% off
Yeah, that's
and
right.
free shipping on your first order. And then you'll get the $9.95 flat rate for your subsequent order. So there's more bonus to being on the subscription.
There is 25% is really, really good. All right, so that's just the product guide, which we have, and which you can get to the new price list. the
If you want
product
a new
guide.
price list, like for example,
This is actually a hard copy of the product guide, but it's very, very nice.
yes, Heather
Very
shared that with me.
Yes.
So there's a digital version of it as well.
There is. when you click
But
on
as
that.
far as the pricing, to give you an idea, like 225 is the normal price of the 60 bottles, and it will be 240. And I figured it out, it's about 7%. That's one of the products. So if you want to look at what the new prices will be, you can definitely click on that link, or if you need to send me a message, I'm happy to help. So,
And those of you who have teams, you can look in your back office at your team. And if there's someone that has an order that's going to come out, I'd say all the way from March 1st to March 7th or so, you can say, hey, if you want to move your order up to tomorrow, because it has to be
well,
very
that would be
fast.
very quick,
Be very quick
basic tonight. But even if
They
they
could-
do a one-time order tomorrow, they can get the cheaper pricing and then push out their next order for a month away. So
So
I pay a little
that's-
more shipping, but the savings is worth it on the order. So
Last thing to talk about is our big event.
Our
coming up
event,
March 18th. That is really cool. And there's really 2 things to think about. First of all is get your ticket. Go in and get your ticket for
so we
you.
can have a head count.
And with your spouse, if they're coming, get them a ticket as well. And you want to go ahead and get those tickets so that we can keep up. We got to submit to the place we're having it, the number of people ahead of time. So
Well,
we
and
wanna
plus
get
we want to
those.
make sure Mallory, our sales director, we're going to be ordering products within the next week. So we want to make sure we have enough product. And I mean, if they know we've got a lot of interest and a lot of numbers, they're going to send us more products. So it all just works together. So they kind of need to know a number and a head count. And if you have guests coming, have them go to the site and fill out a guest link, because even if you're not paying, we have a head count. So there is a free option, and then there's the $25 option, and we will be doing some videos about the event. And if anybody has questions, reach out. But I think we'll just open it up if anyone had questions at this time. It's a great time to set your goals though for the month, as we're just coming across March 1st and so many great things going on. But yeah, if there's any questions, we can wrap up with that.
That's right. Any questions? It's open season. Anything at all.
We have Angelique is flying out, so we're excited about
Yay.
that. And we'll have a whole program. We're gonna kind of set aside what we want everyone to talk about. And so it'll be very organized. I might even print something for people so that they kind of know who's speaking and what they're speaking on. So there will definitely have some good organization, and keep that first part no more than 45 minutes to an hour. And then the second part might be a little bit longer because that'll have the training on how to really, and guys, we keep pulling in big builders. So we have another lady, her name is Bethany. We had to remake our roster again. She's been in the company. She lives by Arizona. She is going to be in Denver. She actually lives in Arizona, but she comes to ski in Colorado. She's going to be in Denver that day. So she's going to join us. She's a very experienced builder. She used to be a pro skier, I guess, is her history. So we keep pulling in more leaders, and those leaders that have built, I'm going to have them probably speak more during the training time so we can hear how they built their businesses. We all can benefit from that. So
That's right. So
yes,
we don't
well,
wanna
thanks
keep
for
you-
joining us, and we'll put